Hey, what's going on? It's Brendan King from the Brendan King Group at Real.
Jack Palermo from the Brendan King Group at Real.
And this is your market update for July 21st through July 27th. So we decided to have a seat here and just kind of chat about what's going on.
Yeah.
There's lots of hype.
Lots of hype.
Lots of articles
Lots
saying
of negative articles.
the sky is falling.
Right.
You know what? The sky is definitely closer to the ground.
But it's not falling.
But it's not falling.
No.
Just even for instance, this week we're at 16.1 weeks of supply, which in our language means the amount of months it takes to replace based on current sales.
Right.
Last week we're at 13.8. So that went from nearly just over 3 months of inventory to 4 months of inventory. What the heck does that mean? I know we talk realtor talk or real estate talk, and people are like cross-eyed. They're like, I don't get what that means. It just means we're ticking more and more toward a buyer's market.
Right.
And
or neutral.
The feeling in my opinion right now is if you're a buyer, I think you've got the one up on the seller, to be honest.
You've got options. Yeah. I mean, before, when there was 2.8 weeks of inventory, 3 weeks of inventory, you were seeing multiple offers on multiple homes. Because the inventory wasn't there.
And there wasn't a price point where that wasn't the case.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But now they have options. So you can kind of shop around and kind of look around and see exactly what you want.
It's kind of nice, actually. Yeah. So as a buyer, I was looking in the Paseos because we got a listing over there at 1.299 million. I was looking at the statistics. We're at 16 homes between 1 and 2 million, between 3 and 4,000 square feet. About 2 months ago, we were at 5 homes.
Right.
And there's 1 home under contract currently. It's pre-school season.
That could be definitely be.
So
something.
if you haven't checked out 760 Step Beach, now may be the time, because now may be the opportunity to jump on that. But that's not what we're here to talk about today.
We're here to talk about the market.
Yeah, we are. So right now, last week we were at 6,500 homes on the market. 1 year prior to that, we were at 2,900 homes on the market. What are we at this week?
This week we are at 7,040 homes. This time last year, 3,013.
So what you can see here is consistently, this is always the time of year when the market tends to have more inventory or
Correct.
more homes come on the market. But the difference between 1 week earlier last year and now, the homes only went up by 100, or if not maybe 80.
Right.
Right now we're looking at 500 homes coming on the market per week. Every single week, 500 more homes. When the sales that we're having per week are only 400 to 500. So if you bring on 1,000 more homes on the inventory,
right,
which is what we did this week, about 1,000 homes, and only sell 475 to 500 of them,
your inventory is going to go up.
Yeah, so we're going up about 500 homes a week right now. And like I said, I'm happy to see it. You know what? We've got happy sellers that have made a killing in equity in the past 2 to 3 years. That are still getting good prices. They're not getting insanity prices, which we were. Yeah. I've got one house I just recently relisted a little lower than it was before because we had a buyer fall through. But, it's the story of the market. The prices aren't coming down as a whole year over year just yet. Doesn't mean they won't. But we're starting to just see the year over year go from a 26% year over year.
Right.
Which is crazy. We've all been talking about this. That's crazy. 26% is nothing sustainable in any way, shape, or form. I think we're ticking down to a 0 to
5%.
Yeah.
Which is normal.
Yeah,
it's normal.
I think
maybe for a while you might see a little bit higher than that, but we're definitely ticking down to a 0 to 5%.
Yeah, and we've seen a few charts, and this one chart's been passed around quite a bit between a lot of agents online. There's a graph that shows areas of the country where things are 100% chance of big reductions and a 0 to 25% chance. Vegas is in that 0 to 25% chance, but Boise, Idaho, bright red.
Right.
So blue means chill, cool. Red means flaming
red's bad. Red's always bad.
Burn down. So Boise, Idaho, Phoenix, parts of Texas. Actually, even like little blurbs of Texas, not much of Texas, more the Northwest, like Washington, Portland, Oregon. I think people are finding that those areas of the country are quite a bit away from the rest of the country.
Sure.
Unlike, only not Phoenix as much, but more Oregon and Washington and Boise. Those three areas in particular are having a huge decrease in sales and a big increase in inventory, which means plummeting prices. Washington was a surprising one to me, but it became a haven for people that wanted to change their area and where they were. And, we'll see what happens with this, but definitely across the board. I spent 3 days with some of the brightest minds in real estate last week, and they're seeing the same thing pretty much everywhere. Texas, not as much. This gentleman was in Houston. He said, hey, we're not seeing it.
Yeah.
We're still hot. North Carolina, still hot. Washington, Phoenix, Boise, like we said.
Down.
Cooling down. Vegas, cooling down for sure. We're not seeing insanity as far as prices going down like crazy. However, if you're a buyer, you've got some opportunities out there. So definitely reach out. Check out the stats. Obviously, we'll post them down below. We're not going to bore you with every single number this week. Really, we just wanted to have a candid chat about what we're seeing. And we're seeing supply and inventory going up.
For sure.
And it's going to continue. It's absolutely going to continue. But what did we see today?
The mortgage rates dropped to like 4.5.
4.5.
Yeah.
So we were at nearly 6 a month ago. We saw numbers tick down to 4.5. What that means is where interest rates are not. When you hear Fed is increasing,
0.75. That doesn't mean 0.75 in your interest rates.
No, it doesn't. We're indirectly tied to long-term bonds, and so they're always looking at the long-term effects of all this. Where are we in 10 years? Where are we in 20 years?
Right.
And they take that into consideration based on mortgage rates. And I think we'll probably see, I don't know, fingers crossed, and just on what I've been talking to a lot of people about, I think we'll see a little wave up and down with mortgage interest rates, barring inflation chilling out. That'll be a big thing, and supply chains not getting messed up with monkeypox now.
True. Don't worry about the monkeys.
We do need supply chain to open up. I think we'll probably see interest rates kind of hover or even tick downward. Mark my words.
Right. Well,
what's today? It's the 4th of August at 1:42 p.m.
Yeah.
I think they'll tick downward. From talking to a bunch of mortgage guys, it sounds like that's probably going to be the case. I hope so.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
But overall, our average price point's at $541,397 is our average weekly sales price currently. It's a little lower than we were
last week,
but our year over year is still positive. We always talk about this. If you're at 26% for 4 years, you're at what?
26%.
100%.
Yeah.
100% increase.
104%. Actually.
Yeah, you're right. But at that point, that's not sustainable.
No.
And if we go down by 5 or 10, you're still up by 16.
You're still up, right?
That's still a huge increase year over year. Either way, hey, reach out to us. If you're on the buy side, there's deals to be had. If you're on the sell side, you just have to be smart, analyze the market, don't get behind the market. If the market starts going down ahead of you, then you're just going to chase it downwards. So reach out to myself, Jack, or anybody on the team, and we'll absolutely help you figure this out and steer your way through this crazy storm, because I think it's going to be a little nuts for a little bit. The next 6 to 12 months.
Don't forget, though, you can always get it sent directly to their phone if you text MARKET to 702-553-1955.
So every week we'll message you the information if you text MARKET to 702-553-1955, or just call us. Hey, we'll chat with you anytime about the market. Our wives are tired of us talking about it. So if there's anybody else that wants to hear about it, anytime, give any of us a call, anybody on the team. But hey, we'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.